I know the music. Cue the music. What's going on? What's going on there? What's going on? Wait. It's okay, Frida. Not to worry. You just not to worry your pretty little head. I got this. Patricia O'Connor, Frida Reba Darcy, and the Bonsai living room. And the Bonsai balcony. Today on the Bonsai balcony we are we're rearranging things a little bit. We're in a fallback mode. We are in high heat mode. High heat mode, Patricia. What I'm saying is today I've always whining about October being one of our hottest months. We're not there yet. And our temperatures are predicted to be very, very high today. At the end of it all, like last night I looked and saw the weather report. I'd been watching it for a couple of days. I saw that our heat index kept moving up and up and up. Last night they were predicting that we were going to be in the mid 90s on the ground. I'm 4 floors up. That's 3 floors of like other apartments, like across the way there. And there's no AC in here. This is my balcony here, my balcony window that I'm standing in, my patio door is what I'm trying to say. My patio door. This is the one window. And this is it. This is my circle. This is my air in, my air out. So it's going to be over 100 degrees today. There's things that are going to happen at over 90 degrees. One, I'm going to lose trees. I'm going to lose trees. Last time this happened, we got in the mid 90s, and I went in, sprung into action. I did pretty much what you see me doing now. I took this tree down from there where that light spot, it would be lit. The oak is hanging out. It's going to deal with it. I got a couple of pines scattered along. They're not going to like it above 90, but I don't think it'll kill them. My smaller pines, not so sure. My dawn redwood doesn't like 85. At this time of the year, it starts to change its hormonal allocation, and even when adequately watered, things will just cook on the vine because they're on their way out for fall. They're getting ready, which is to say that they're not as tolerant to stuff as they were. Everything from here on out, everything's going to damage and wreck them. And I'm not expecting any replacements. This is what our pushing 90 degrees temperatures early in the week did to us. They burned a lot of stuff, and like I said, this stuff didn't wilt and then succumb to heat. It was watered and burning in place. What happens is the metabolism of the tree slows down, so it stops delivering water as needed, and then that burns it. Everybody's got watered early. I started kind of timing my watering so that I wouldn't pull up on the day and be on the wrong side of a cycle. Also, I took the day off work today, which I'm a creature of habit, so it stresses me out a little bit to fall out of my habit. But the bottom line is I brought my trees out of the direct sun. I took down the lights. There shouldn't be. It's not quite 9 o'clock yet. These guys wouldn't come on until about 10. I'm not here when they come on usually, so they wouldn't come on until about 10. And they don't make a lot of heat, but they do make some. They would also kind of hurt the breeze's ability for us to dissipate some heat. So with that being said, I killed the lights. I've got them. I got the timer is still running, but I've unplugged the light so that the timer is still running. and everybody started off on the right side of needing a watering. So we started the day with a good, healthy dose of cool water. Except this guy. This guy is still moist from 2 days ago, which is fine, which is absolutely fine. I suspect that it will pass the dry test about the time we hit our highest temps, and then when that happens, this is going to go towards this. This is going to go towards. Here you go, baby. So yeah. Now the other, I could have rolled the dice, done this, brought this stuff in, and then just took chances on it. But here's the deal. With it going to be 100 degrees up here, I didn't want my little dog hanging out while I was at work. If I see the slightest look in her eye of, I don't know if I can hang with this, then we're going to the office. The heavy breathers over in the office have AC, and if I think she needs it, then we're going to go hang out in the air. I'm going to bundle up my little dog and take her to some AC. I thought about that. I thought, well, if nothing else, we can have a nice cool shower, and that'll keep us from. And I'm not going to overheat. I'm a sun baby. I don't love hot temperatures the way I used to, but I'm certainly tolerant to them. It's everything else I'm concerned about, and so this is why I'm here. I need to be here to make sure that everybody stays cool. Everybody, y'all just stay cool now. So this is our going into our really, really hot part of the season, and it's a little early, but it's also threatening to be hotter than it's ever been. Even the last times when we were going through 90-degree temperatures, it was knowing that it would get up to 90 up here, with it being the mid 80s down on the ground. Today they're saying 80, 95 on the ground, which that means that all of that heat is going to multiply times the other apartments that are below me, and it will be over 100 degrees up here. Taking the trees out of the sun does some good, but last year I lost some of the trees that I brought in, all of these trees that we brought in. It's a lot easier to keep the weed trees cool when they're not baking, when they're not getting 100 degrees themselves, sitting there in the sunlight, maybe getting over that because they're absorbing heat. Little things to look out for. I'm going to be watching this oak. It's my canary in the coal mine. You can kind of see the little light colored shoots where we just did some prune back. Oaks are real woody, and their branches are hard, and so they don't show that lack of water or that loss of hydraulics from running low on water. But those little shoots will lay over really quick if this thing stops moving water. And I will watch for those to droop. I won't watch for them to lay over. By that time, we will have already started. Whenever you see damage like that on the top of the tree, you can also expect that the microscopic roots, which are the ones that started growing yesterday, because that's why they're microscopic. And they also are the ones that move the most nutrients and move the most water. Are those baby roots that just are really small and fine. And then whenever we start seeing foliage drop, we're losing roots down below. Those two things usually go together. So I'm going to be watching for that. Things that I can do to hedge that. Whenever it comes time to water this tree later on today, when we're hitting our highest temps, I will very much be able to take this watering can and water foliage, tree, and pot, because pines are okay with that. I will not be able to do that to my oak tree. When you can't water the foliage on an oak, you can wreck the foliage that way. You can make put the tree in a bad way by doing that. So that's not an option for this guy, and that's not an option for this guy. This guy is probably going to suffer the least. I'm pointing at my cork bark oak. It's more of a Mediterranean species. It's just kind of shaking its fist at the sun and going, bring it. But yeah, that's kind of like what it's like to be here in what I would normally consider paradise when it gets hot and sticky. So we're taking our precautions. I'll make sure throughout the day that everybody will get watered more than once today. Quite possibly everybody will get watered more than once today. Looking down at the top of the pots and doing that little look-see will reveal that quite often a lot of these guys will need a second watering based on that. But having said that, we would rather our trees not physically be 100 degrees if we can help it. And if in the heat of the day they have slowed down their metabolism and they're not taking up water and the water is still laying there on the top of the pot or whatever, but it's 100 degrees, you can bet your butt that I'll water the trees again, need it or not, because this is just doing for a cool off. It takes a lot longer to overwater a tree to death, but it only takes one bad day, a dry tree, to lose siphon. All right. This is us, and this is what we're doing about it. And in the next couple of days, I will probably see where I've lost a couple of trees. But here's what. Y'all remind me of this in a couple of months when I can't figure out what I did wrong. It'll still be this. You'll see a tree. I'll see a tree tomorrow. I'll go, oh, that didn't make it through. But then over the next couple of weeks, some of them, they will continue to drop off over the next couple of weeks. There's some trees that show no damage the day after are already gone. They're just kind of dead on their feet, and it'll take them a few weeks for all of those resources that are in those needles or wherever it is to run through. And then when that's done, the tree's done. The tree was already done. So yeah, on that exciting note. But that's a part of bonsai. It's a part of bonsai. I'm saying this out loud as much as to tell myself to take our wins and gloat, and take our losses with a little stiff upper lip. I appreciate you. Frida appreciates you. And I hope wherever you are that you're having a wonderful bonsai day. Thank you so much for watching. It's kind of hard to believe right now it's like 70, 73, 74. It's almost perfect, but yeah.